In this video, we'll show you 10 best things to do during Christmas or winter in Barcelona, and relevant tips that you can use to make your winter escapade in Barcelona the best ever. The tips and suggestions are based on our spectacular trip to Barcelona. Here are our top 10 picks. Number 1. Be inspired with Barcelona's Christmas traditions and customs. Our special favorite is the Santa Claus that floods the streets of Barcelona. Have you heard of it? OM to the G! Thousands of riders dressed up as Santa Claus rolling through Barcelona on a pre-arranged parade route is a fantastic sight to see this time of the year. You've seen Santa on a motorcycle before, but have you seen thousands of Santas riding thousands of motorcycles? It's a veritable sea of Santas. It's a must-see event indeed. Naturally, they're all bringing toys to sick children, and at least one gift per person attending is recommended, and brought to the Red Cross for distribution to the children at the local hospitals. All types of motorcycles are welcome at this event of the year, as long as everything is properly licensed and registered. Scooters, choppers, trikes, sport bikes. All you need is a Santa suit, some toys, fuel to ride, and plenty of good cheer. It's really a fun event. It ignites my Christmas spirit and brings out the child in me seeing thousands of Santas. All I can say is, it's worth the travel. Number 2. Christmas activities. Our favorite Christmas market and lights. Fira de Nadal a la Sagrada Família. This market runs around the gardens outside the Sagrada Família. This is my favorite Christmas market in Barcelona, as it is sitting at the foot of the Sagrada Família. It makes for an impressive setting and offers the opportunity to see the building and the market in one trip. The place is filled with wooden market stalls, decorated with traditional Christmas utensils, which sell crafts and presents. For those who cannot stand the cold air without eating, there are a lot of food trucks with traditional Spanish food. My second favorite Christmas market is the well-known Fira de Santa Llucia. It's just sitting next to Barcelona's Cathedral. It is a market with a quite long story, which started in 1786. Wow! And is the oldest Christmas market in the country. Santa Lucia is such a traditional place that it is always crowded and visited by thousands of tourists. Number 3. Bird feeding in Catalonia Square. Some of the city's most important streets avenues meet at the Catalonia Square. It is especially known for its fountains and statues, its proximity to some of Barcelona's most popular attractions, and the flocks of pigeons that gather in the center. It's my closest encounters to pigeons outside the zoo. The birds here make me feel like Snow White. They are very friendly. It's so much fun. Number 4. Shopping. Barcelona is a shopper's paradise, full of shops and enormous shopping malls. Here you can find very expensive shops and chic boutiques such as Emporio Armani, B&G, and more. I love the architecture of their shopping places. It's grand, it's unique, plus when we went inside, this store you can see a lot of history. It has its own museum. And even how grand the stores are, the prices are very competitive. Comparing the price from Dubai, Emporio Armani and some of hubby's favorite brands are quite cheaper here. So happy hubby indeed. Number 5. Strolling along La Rambla. Barcelona's most famous street was once a dry riverbed. Now, La Rambla is a 1,200-meter boulevard and a major draw for visitors. During the day, La Rambla fills with pedestrians, some of which stroll past impressive human statue art, live performances, artists that will draw your portrait or caricature, and street artists. While it's important for the tourists to keep an eye on their belongings at all times, this area is most safely explored in the daytime and is a must-see for everyone who visits. Number 6. Awaken your senses at La Boqueria. If you don't have a lot of time, the one thing you must do when visiting La Ramblas is head to La Boqueria. This famous market has been the city's best grocery store for as long as anyone can remember. Inside, you'll find a wide array of fresh produce, meats, fish, and just about anything you might need to cook up a fancy dinner. It's also a great place to try some street food, take a cooking class, or have a glass of wine at a little stall. Number 7. Eat all you can, Barcelona. Barcelona is a city where eating all day is easy. The city streets are lined up with large restaurants, terraces, and cafes. Paella is probably the most well-known Spanish cuisine. No foodie trip in Spain would be complete without a paella feast. My personal favorite is Paella de Negro. Almost all of the restaurant in Barcelona serves paella, but we chose to dine in front of Sagrada Família as it is like dining in front of a big castle. Plus, there are live performances by the locals that made us savor the moment. It's a little bit pricey since it has a good view of Sagrada Família, but it is surely worth the splash. The other must-try foodies are bombas. It's made of meat, mashed potatoes, and are formed in ball, covered in breadcrumbs and fried. Next favorite is ensaimadas, best enjoyed with coffee or hot chocolate. And oh, don't forget to indulge yourself with crema catalana or creme brulee. You'll find it in most dessert menus and usually flavored with lemon peel and cinnamon. And lastly, yes, everyday gelato. Cold or sunny, who cares? You will want to try at least one of these delicious ice cream parlors and gelaterias that Barcelona has to offer. Number 8. Explore Casa Batlló. It is one of the city's most treasured landmarks and most popular attractions designed by famous architect Antoni Gaudí. Among locals, the Casa Batlló has earned itself the nickname House of Bones. The reason for this is that if you look at the building's shape and structure, it has something rather visceral about it. The elements of the facade, made with undulating sandstone, appear rather bone-like at moments, while the room known as the loft is reminiscent of a rib cage, with some 60 catenary arches painted in white. Number 9. Gothic Quarter. The Gothic Quarter in Barcelona dates back over 2,000 years and is one of the most talked about neighborhoods in the city, full of charm and captivating story. By night, it is a rowdy street party that dips in and out of dive bars, dance clubs, and cocktail lounges. The lower half that borders the port is where you will find the highest concentration of great places to enjoy a true Spanish night out. Be warned, they keep going until the early hours of the morning. Number 10. Be mesmerized with Sagrada Família. It is the masterpiece of Gaudí. It's probably the most famous monument in Barcelona. It's the tallest building in Europe. Construction on the Church of Sagrada Família began on 1882 and continues to this very day, 137 years later. Talk about a gradual construction into something beautiful and sacred. It's quite unique looking, almost ugly at first, but the beauty of this basilica lies in the details. Discovering the meaning behind each detail is like uncovering the plot and secrets of a mystery novel. Be prepared to wait in a long line outside Sagrada Familia if you want to see inside. You can skip the line by getting tickets online. Having spent the weeks prior to Christmas wandering amongst its streets, it is clear that Barcelona has a lot to offer at this time of the year. The old buildings, narrow streets of the old town, and friendly atmosphere makes it atmospheric winter destination. Tip 101. For a first-time visitor, we would recommend you to stay in the most central locations. For us, we stayed near Sagrada Familia. We love the building. We love to see it every time. Plus, it's near the train station with the best transport connections and ready access to sightseeing and attractions. For transportation, the quickest way to get from Barcelona Airport to Sagrada Familia is by taxi. It costs 26 euros to 32 euros, and it takes 16 minutes. The cheapest way, however, to get from Barcelona Airport to Sagrada Familia is by train and subway, which costs 3 euros, and it takes about 35 minutes. And for us, we tried the bus, which costs us 5 euros each. Since buses are tourist-friendly too, they have storage for the big trolleys. So that's our spectacular trip in Barcelona. Hope you'll have a great time too. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching!